Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Lockey. We start with breaking news this afternoon. The judge overseeing President-elect Donald Trump's hush money case has delayed his sentencing indefinitely. The judge ruled today to postpone the sentencing, which was originally scheduled to take place next week. Reports are that the sentencing was postponed in order to allow more time for arguments on whether the case should be dismissed. The judge granted a request from Trump's team to file a motion to dismiss the case. They have until December 2nd to submit their papers, and prosecutors are ordered to respond by December 9th.